Okay, winter 2022 anime week 12. It's finally finished. We've wrapped up the winter season. Getting ready for spring. We got some cool shows coming up. But yeah, this week we finished up a few of them. The big one is definitely the Attack on Titan season 4 finale. And then there's also two of my favorites, Rust Eater Bisco and Police in a Pod, as well as Kuroitsu-san from the Monster Development Department, as well as like Vanitas season 2 and everything. So I'll briefly talk about a few shows. I'll keep the spoilers to a minimum. And at the end of the video, we'll have a tier list of the best OPs, the best shows, and the best waifus we have this season. So we're going to summarize everything. I've tried to watch most of the shows, but I've definitely slacked off. This season, it felt like besides Demon Slayer and maybe like My Dress Up Darling, everything else was kind of like lackluster. Yeah, there were like a few like standouts, but overall, yeah, just like a lot of random animes. So yeah, let's get started. So this week we had some cool finales. I think Police in a Pod was amazing, so I'll talk about it. So episode 13 we had this week, the finale. It was a cool story, cool wrap up. Like nothing huge happened these 13 episodes, just like kind of standard view of police life. There was like some actual serious crimes going on. Like there was like rape, molestation. I don't think there were murders, but there was like definitely death. And like traffic accidents, robbery, theft, missing persons, littering, a lot of other stuff. So yeah, just like went through the police life in Japan. No one likes the police, and yeah, this gives us like a good look into them. Kawaii and Fuji are like these cute main characters that are like really tough. And then yeah, Fuji's really tough, and then Kawaii's just like learning. So I really like looking at the story in her perspective. Although she's not really developing as a character. She still like hates her life in the police force, but I guess there's like a lot of quirky adventures that like come through. So yeah, this anime is very well animated, very nice. Good art style. Madhouse, I think, worked on it. So yeah, pretty good anime. There was like a big arc where they kind of like stake out this molester, try to catch him, try to get evidence on him, and try to like, take down his partner and, save all the little girls getting molested. So yeah, they do catch him, which was pretty crazy because his accomplice was an actual married dude with two kids. So yeah, it just shows like, oh, anyone can be a criminal type of thing. Like people got like some locked up fetishes that they might like pursue if they meet the wrong people. So yeah, this kind of covered it this episode. So yeah, they did catch the guy. Kawaii kind of chases after him. We see Minamoto kind of running after him as well. And then yeah, they do catch the guy. It's kind of funny to see Kawaii just like, I don't know, being like pretty useless, but also like putting her heart into the episode. So everything is solved. This was like a cool, nice arc to kind of wrap up the anime. Really felt like a real finale. And yeah, I really love these types of animes. Kind of recommend it if you like the animes that kind of explore like working conditions or like kind of like real life type of things. Like it kind of reminds me of like Salsa at Work a little bit actually. Yeah, so pretty nice anime. Okay, so for Attack on Titan, the final season this week, episode 12, the finale. So we finally finished the season. It's not really the final season. There's going to be a final season part 2, the final season 2023, so one more year. We'll just wait. It's kind of a letdown because yeah, it's like all the suspense is kind of gone. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm down for waiting. I don't mind as long as the quality's good. This final episode, it was I like the episode because it was like a cool flashback. It was pretty chill. Good way to end the season. And we kind of see like Aaron's motivation. So I'll try to like not spoil it too much just in case you're not caught up. But yeah, Aaron, he was kind of like depressed now. When they finally like go up to the mainland, we see like Levi, Mikasa, Armin, everyone, they're just like exploring. Yeah, Aaron kind of sees that the world is a little shitty. People are suffering, there's poverty everywhere. So, I mean, I guess this is where he gets his motivation to do the rumbling. We see them hang out, actually having parties with refugees and everything. But then Aaron sees that like the people, they hate the Eldians. So yeah, it's just like the racism is always going to continue. So Aaron's like, yeah, my only choice is to do the rumbling. We see him talking to Flock about it, and also Historia. The thing that kind of turned me off in this season was that like, why is Flock and the Jaegerists on a different like side than like Mikasa and all of Aaron's friends? Like, shouldn't they work together or something? Like, they're all for the good of the island. But no, Aaron kind of like keeps it a secret from everyone, and so Astoria kind of agrees with him. Like, okay, you can do what you want to protect our people, but she doesn't really agree with the genocide. Was there really no other way? Like, you got magical Titan powers. Like, you couldn't think of a better solution than to just kill everyone. But yeah, that's Aaron's goal. He wants to protect his friends, and the only way to do that is to just like genocide the whole world. So yeah, that's where that goes. It was a cute episode, cool flashback. It gave us a lot of like cool information, but where do we go from here? I guess we got to stop Aaron. He's like this big like Titan monster. There was a cool scene where we see like colossal Titans just swimming in the ocean, killing all the boats, and just like they're kind of unstoppable, starting the rumbling onto the mainland until everyone kind of meets up to try to stop Eren because that's their goal. Mikasa, Armin, Levi, Annie, everyone. So yeah, we end the season there. It was pretty solid. Although Attack on Titan, you expect like kind of good storytelling, good quality, good like suspense, also action. So like the action was there, but like kind of the storytelling fell down a few tiers. A lot of the characters got a little neutered. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of opinions for this. Let me know if you like Attack on Titan or not, because I think it's solid. But yeah, we just got to see where it ends. And I did read the whole manga, so I'm kind of excited to see Mappa actually adapt it because they're actually doing a good job. Because it's actually like really enjoyable, like seeing all these action scenes and character dialogue. So yeah, get hyped for the part 3 of the final season. It's the final season. I promise, guys. And you have plenty of time to catch up with this anime because yeah, we have a whole year to wait. So for Rust Eater Bisco, episode 12, the finale we had. It was a cool episode. I really loved this anime. It had its moments. It was like really action packed. A lot of crazy shit happened. Like we see a lot of monsters and different supernatural things. So here, we kind of see that Bisco is out here still alive because he has like this Rust Eater blood. So we see him like dissolve into lava, but his blood actually mixed into the lava. So, and he also has this Mushroom Keeper blood that kept him like kind of alive. Like his body was still there, buried in the lava. So he kind of just like regenerates and he's kind of like immortal now. Like he's not gonna age anymore just because he has like this magic rust mixture inside of him. So yeah, they kind of like fight the giant rust titan, but Bisco tries to shoot it, although they realize that it's about to explode, so if they kind of like blow it up, then the entire Tokyo will be like rusted part 2. So they gotta kind of carefully one-shot it, and they realize like its head, there's like a controller there. So it's like the governor guy, so they try to shoot the head. The thing is, he has like a big helmet on. So Pau, she comes in because she got brute strength. She hits him with the metal pipe. Cool action scene as she like smashes his helmet in half. Bisco and Panda kind of team up. Cool like wholesome moment by both of them as they shoot the arrow together, pierce the skull, and kind of defeat the whole kind of Rust Titan. And now like all the characters are there. We actually saw Pau kiss Bisco, which was cute. And then yeah, I guess everyone also has the cure to the rusting. So yeah, we solved everything happily ever after. And we kind of end the anime with Panda and Bisco kind of going around the world, probably like kind of delivering the rust medicine and everything. So yeah, they're just going on their own adventures. So it's like open ended there, but this was a pretty solid 12 episode show. I really like these types of shows that are just like random 12 episodes. You watch it, the story is nice, it makes sense, concrete, and then just like a feel good ending where it's open ended. There's more to go probably. I don't know where this is with the light novels, but yeah, it's just like pretty solid show. I really like the action and fan service and a lot of other stuff. There were a lot of funny moments as well as like anime tropes and cliches. So yeah, this anime had a lot. And I do recommend it if you just like want some random action adventure type of show, because this definitely checks those boxes. I usually do a tier list of the best OPs, but most of the OPs, I think we could just quickly go over them. Yeah, Demon Slayer OP was solid. It was done by Aimer, so her voice is so good. And yeah, this one vibed really hard with the fireworks and everything, just felt really nice. We also got the Attack on Titan, the final season OP part 2, rumbling. So yeah, the rumbling is out here. It's pretty solid, so yeah, those two are really good. Rust Eater Bisco-san kind of went hard. Ari Ferretza was like pretty nice actually. Vanitas was like okay. Akebi-chan OP was good. Dress Up Darling was good. Takagi-san OP was okay. Yeah, they all vibe really hard, but nothing really stood out besides like the big few. So yeah, that's it for the best OPs. Alright, now for the tier list for the best waifus we had in the winter season. So there weren't that many controversial characters, but yeah, get out your pitchforks. I'm about to review all of them. And I'll be really generous. It's just gonna be like S to C. There's not really any like shitty F tier characters. So yeah, just like a lot of solid female protagonists, a lot of kind of generic ones, a lot of cool supporting ones, and some fan service ones. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting off with Daki from Demon Slayer. I'll put her as C tier. Mainly because, she's evil. She's also like a little shitty and a little whiny. But like we saw her backstory and everything, she's pretty cool and pretty strong. So I'll just leave her a C tier because like she's a villain. And now we have Tengen's three wives, his big tittied wives from Demon Slayer again, the Entertainment District arc. They're out here. I really like them, so I'll put it as S tier. Mainly because we see them fighting. They're also really comedic. Their personalities mirror Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. So they were kind of like a comedic entry to the series. So they were hot, they were funny, and they can actually fight as well. And now for Attack on Titan, the final season, we have Mikasa, one of my favorite characters. Any other season, I put her S tier easily. Here though, they kind of shafted her character a lot. These in season 4, she just doesn't seem to do much. Eren doesn't really confide in her or anything. And then I'll put her as B tier just because her character, she had so many opportunities to do something or say something, but she didn't. So unfortunately, the best girl Mikasa, I'll put her in B tier. And now we have Annie from the same anime. So Annie is back, awakened from her crystal. But she's as shitty as ever. Her personality is just like ruthless, hard headed, and then she's also really greedy. So I'll put her as C tier just because she doesn't really seem apologetic of any of her actions of murdering people. And now we have Marin from My Dress Up Darling. You know where she's gonna go, S tier. Of course, heavily featured. One of the best girls this season, one of the most popular girls, and yeah, she deserves it. And now we have Ari Feretta season 2, so yeah, there are a lot of like main girls in this harem, but I guess I'll pick Clarence, I think, the dragon girl. Because yeah, we find out like there's actually a dragon waifu, she can transform. And then she had like some tragic past, so was also the teacher. The sensei, Aiko, I think. So yeah, she was also kind of featured in this season, so I'll put her as A tier. And now we have Pau from Sabikui Bisco. So yeah, she's badass. S tier. Her design is amazing, although her personality is kind of stiff. And yeah, she's just like hard headed. Now we have Tirol, the jellyfish pink haired girl from the same anime. I'll put her as B tier because she's like really greedy. She like kind of robs people, runs away, sells things. So she's useful. She's like a cool type of tsundere character, but yeah, B tier. And now we have Ninem from the Genius Princess Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. I'll put her as S tier, one of the best isekai waifus we had. She was very reliable, very strong. She had her own tragic like history. She has cool white hair, very cute, very powerful. So yeah, S tier for her. Now we have John from Vanitas season 2, a case study of Vanitas. So yeah, she was heavily featured here. There was a lot of fan service moments from her this season. So I'll put her as S tier. I really like her. And now we have Licia from How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. So yeah, this was another kind of generic isekai with like the main guy with a lot of harem girls. So I mean, she's like the main princess. So I mean, I guess I'll put her as B tier just because like, she was a good leader, but like she doesn't really do too much. I guess I'll add some other girls from different isekais. So here we have Alma. So she's like the one from The Strongest Age with the weakest crest. And then yeah, like so like the main character had a bunch of cute girls in his team. They all like kind of fight. She has like the bow and arrow, white haired, kind of tomboyish. So I liked her personality the most. And I'll put her as B tier. And now we have Takagi-san from Takagi-san season 3. So yeah, Takagi's out here teasing people. I'll put her in A tier because yeah, she's really solid, but she doesn't deserve to be S tier just because her character kind of fell off in the season. She got a bit more jealous. Her kind of teasing techniques weren't as effective. And now we have Akebi from Akebi-chan Sailor Uniform. Very solid anime. She was the best girl in this anime. Like she kind of drove the plot. She was like really powerful, really strong, really smart, really cute and funny. So I'll put her as S tier, and she definitely made a lot of friends this season. And then we have Chateau from Koroshi Ai, Love to Kill. So I'll put her as A tier. Her design is cool, kind of like blonde assassin. And then yeah, it's like a romance anime with her. And now we have Hinata Tachibana from Fantasy Bishoujo. So it's not the Tachibana from Tokyo Revengers, but it's the gender swap one from the isekai. So I'll put her as B tier. Pretty funny character, but yeah, nothing really going for her. And now we have Kaina from the Land of Liddell. So she's like the isekai main character. She's kind of like an elf girl that got like reincarnated in this VR MMO. And I'll put her as S tier. She's like really solid main character actually, so I really liked her. Really funny. Kind of remind me of Azusa from the Slime anime. I killed slimes for 300 years, just like a character just like chilling, being overpowered, and living their isekai life. And now we have Princess Connect Redive Season 2. All the girls there, I guess I can't pick one, so I'll put them all in A tier, kind of like the cute, usual, comfortable cast of the Gourmet Guild. And now we have Mira from Kenja no Deshi. So She kind of like, she's another gender swapped isekai character. Nothing really going for her, so I'll put her in B tier. And now we have Asumi from Tokyo 24th Ward. I really liked her, so I'll put her in S tier. She's kind of like a cyberpunk virtual waifu, where she actually died, but her body got like kind of inserted into this machine. Now she's sending messages to people, so they kind of wrote her character to be like a little bit perfect. Like everyone loved her, she was really smart. And then she died tragically early, but her soul is still like alive technically. And now we have Kawaii and Fuji from Police in a Pod. Yeah, both of them are pretty solid, so I'll put both of them on the list. I think they both have their different personalities. I guess Kawaii would be an A tier because she's like a solid main character, but she's like a rookie, nervous, like really weak. So I'll put her in A tier just for being cute and bullied, and I'll put Fuji in S tier just for being like the solid captain. Now we have Kuruitsu from Kuruitsu-san and the Monster Development Department. So this was a solid anime, a lot of cute monster waifus. She was like the main kind of scientist researcher working in the lab, so yeah, I give her S tier, really strong working girl. And now we have Haruna from Q. So this was the voice acting anime. She's like one of the main voice acting girls, so it's pretty solid. She has like this cool talent where like her voice is really strong and adaptable. And now we have Mira from Worlds and Harem. It's the main purple-haired girl, but she's not really the main girl. She's kind of just like, oh, she's heavily featured. Definitely did not like her, so I'll put her in C tier. And then we also have Miranjo from Osama Ranking. How can I forget about her? I'll put her in S tier easily. Really strong, kind of deep character. Went through a lot of struggles. She's kind of like a cool villain that has her own motivation, so I really liked her. And yeah, that's it for the list. A lot of cute slice of life girls, a lot of cute main characters. There were some like action fighting girls as well, so yeah, good variety. Over here, we respect all the waifus, so feel free to pick your favorite. Alright, now let's line up the best shows we had for the winter 2022 season. We're gonna have it in a tier list, S to D format. Also gonna have a didn't watch category because I did not watch a lot of these, but I still want to talk about them anyway because I saw the first few episodes, but I just didn't finish them. But yeah, overall, just like a lot of animes to talk about. A lot of them very good, but then, maybe some of them will be in the dreaded D tier. So yeah, let's start lining them up. So yeah, S tier, let's start off strong. So we got Demon Slayer S tier easily. It's definitely really good. It covered the entertainment district where we saw Tengen. We saw him, his big tittied wives. He's just like a harem lord. He's really strong, really fast. But also like the upper moon demons are just like nothing to fuck with. So it took him, Tanjiro, Skei Zenitsu, the whole squad to kind of defeat everyone. So yeah, animation was sexy AF. The kind of music, everything, the kind of feel good shonen moments. Nezuko was there. So like everything felt really good. And yeah, this season was just like amazing. I really love watching it every week just because yeah, it's really hype. A lot of cliffhangers. I did read the whole manga, so I'm kind of excited to get more of Demon Slayer actually. Like the story just keeps escalating. So yeah, this is definitely an S tier. We also have Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2. So yeah, season 4, it's not finished, of course, even though it's called the final season. Again, we got baited. Although, like, yeah, the anime had a lot of quality. There were like a lot of cool action scenes. It was definitely weaker than the final season part 1, where there was actually like better mysteries, better kind of action pop-offs and like suspenseful moments. Here, like stuff just like happened, like, oh, this is kind of like the end of everything. But there are a lot of cool moments, good animation, and like the story is like setting up for the actual big finale with all the heroes and Eren kind of facing off. So the quality is definitely good, but it's up to us to decide if the finale will hit it home or not. Also, we got My Dress Up Darling, definitely S tier. The story was nothing special, just like it wrapped up and nothing really happened. Like you watch this and it's like, okay, I'm probably gonna forget about this. There's no staying power. Is this a random romance show? No consequences, no emotional moments really. Just like a wholesome, cute wrap up with our two main characters. But I mean, it definitely deserves an S tier just because the character designs. Marin is just so hot, even though she's super unrealistic. She's not a real person, and she's also like really annoying. And the situation isn't really realistic. But the animation was cool. Marin was hot. The anime was funny. What more can you ask for? Really good experience. If you love the romance genre, then this is another one to add on your list. So yeah, just deserves an S tier for like how good it was animated. Alright, and now let's do our first isekai. Ari Fureta, season 2. So yeah, I'll put this as B tier. It's definitely not bad, but it's also definitely not good either. So yeah, I'll put it B tier. It's very popular. Yeah, you see the main character, he got his white hair and eye patch. He got his harem of girls with him. His harem keeps growing. This season was kind of good because like each episode they kind of like escalated the plot a little bit. There was like an actual plot. We see the teacher, she got captured and they're trying to save her. We see like one of the girls turns into a dragon, so she got like dragon powers, which was cool. So, typical fantasy stuff happening. Nothing amazing, nothing like new, nothing innovative, but it was definitely like a comfortable, familiar type of fantasy show, so I'll put it a B tier. And the big tittied harem of waifus, like, we can't complain about that. Alright, and now we got Rust Eater Bisco. I'll put it as S tier. I really like the story. Yeah, it was really high quality, a lot of like cool funny moments, a lot of cool characters. The story itself felt kind of like inconsequential, like there were a lot of episodes that kind of like didn't really matter too much. But yeah, overall the story was like solid, the characters were solid, and I had a great time watching it. So I'll put it as S tier. Alright, and now we have The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. So very long title, definitely light novel based, Tensai OG, where we got our main character Wayne, who is like really smart actually, but his kingdom is kind of like surrounded by a lot of shitty land, so he wants to sell it and leave and do something else. He has like a cool squad of girls with him. I think Ninim, she's like really cool. So she's like this white-haired waifu that's like kind of racially oppressed. So yeah, we gotta cheer for her. So yeah, this anime had a lot of really cool characters and interesting premise. The concept is not bad, so I'll put it as A tier. And now we have Vanitas season 2. I'll put it as A tier, or rather part 2 of season 1. So it's kind of a continuation. It's pretty solid, although there were like a lot of cliche moments. So kind of like the first like kind of 6 or 7 episodes was basically like one whole arc of them trying to fight this beast, and then we kind of like get the origins of the beast and everything. So it was like really cliche, but they do save everyone in the end. So I kind of like this anime where just like some huge action like story, and after that everything kind of wrapped up and everyone's kind of like happy and cheerful again. Anime vampires are cool. Vanitas is cool. We kind of get his origin story as well. We meet some new characters, and we like kind of see the relationship developing as well for some of the characters. So Vanitas has John, and Dominique has Noe. So I really like the action and music, although a lot of the story points and characters are very cliche. And now we get the first anime I didn't watch. LOL. It's how the realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. So yeah, we get this dude. He's like thinking about how to rebuild his kingdom. He got his harem of girls, typical isekai. Although it's definitely like not that great. I got bored of season 1. It was just felt so generic. And in part 2, I really couldn't stay interested, so I did not watch this. We had a lot of other isekais here, so yeah, I mean, tell me if it's worth watching. Like, I know like the waifus are okay. I know the story kind of like nothing happens. Again, it's like anime politics, but a lot of the characters felt really dumb, so I didn't bother watching it, unfortunately. And now we got The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest, C tier. This is another generic isekai. There's nothing bad about it. So a main character kind of killed himself in the beginning and like got isekai'd again, because he has like this crest that was like really good, but he wanted a different crest. And then like each crest is like a different type of like elemental power. Like one is good with swords, one is good with magic, etc., etc. So that's basically the premise. It's like this black-haired sword character. Now we got Takagi-san season 3. Oh, stop teasing me, Takagi. Oh, I know, she actually likes me. Wow. So we're 3 seasons deep. Spoilers, they did not get together in this season. So yeah, maybe there's more to go in a season 4, but yeah, pretty solid, cool romance show. Although like this season, it felt like a bit boring compared to the other 2 seasons, because now it's just like dragging on. Like, oh, we know what's happening. It's like the same old, like none of the characters change either, so we're just stuck in the same setting for such a long time. We see Takagi getting jealous a lot, like, recently as well, so both know they like each other, but, they're just, like, too shy to admit it, so I guess it's pretty solid, and it's definitely a gateway to Kaguya-sama Season 3 coming out next season. Alright, and now we got one of my guilty pleasures this season, Akebi-chan Sailor Uniform. Definitely S tier. It was very degenerate, a lot of, like, creepy shots. It's basically like a slice of life about middle school girls living in the countryside. Very wholesome. It's S tier because every episode just meet a new character. The story just like goes hard, and then it's just like feel good. The animation, the art style is just like very high quality. The thing is just like the concept of it, I'm hesitant to recommend it to anyone just because it's like very degenerate, a lot of like feet shots, creepy angles. Like the story itself was like very good, so S tier for this kind of like unexpectedly good slice of life show. And now we got Karoshi Ai, B tier, Love to Kill. It was an okay romance show, just like that was kind of boring. It's more focused on like the female perspective, so I guess that's why I thought it was like a little boring. Like the main character's kind of like creepy, stalkerish, so I did not like his archetype at all. But Apparently, like, yeah, he's like really strong and capable, so she falls for him. It's mostly talking about like assassins and just like the romance between them. Like two different factions, we gotta kill each other, but I love you. We also got another romance show, Sasaki to Miyano. It's a boys' love type of show though, very yaoi themed, where we just see like a bunch of like hot high school dudes with like kind of like swag, drip, spiky, colorful hair. So it's kind of like a slow, cute romance between them. So yeah, it's like okay, I'll put it as B tier maybe. And now we got the Land of Liddell. So this is a cool isekai. I actually like this outside of the other isekais. This actually wasn't really boring. It was just like nice vibes throughout. So we see the main character, she's kind of like in a coma. So it was like kind of like a power surge in her hospital or something, and then she just like gets wired into the actual world. And then she's kind of like 200 years in the world in the future, so like stuff happens, and then she actually has like children and everything. So yeah, a lot of cute stuff in this anime. Main character is kind of like this blonde-haired elf girl. So she's really strong, capable with magic. She's like 200 years old technically. And yeah, most of the NPCs in this world are actually real people now. So yeah, that's how it is. It's like a VR MMO anime. All right, more isekais. Fantasy Bishoujo, B tier. I think this one was the gender swap one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so it was pretty funny, honestly, where like the main character, him and his friend get isekai'd, but then he turns into a girl, and his friend who's really hot is like trying not to fall in love with her. But when his best friend is in a girl's body, he just like is like damn. So yeah, the concept was pretty funny. And now we have Princess Connect Redive season 2. So I'll put this as B tier. I liked it. It was pretty solid, although there were a lot of like kind of boring moments that I kind of skipped through. So I also don't play the mobile game, so I can't really relate to the story that much. But yeah, overall, it's just like kind of cute. And now we have Kenja no Deshi. I think the other title is She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man. I'll put this as C tier. This is like another isekai that I didn't really care about that much. It's also featuring a gender swap main character. Alright, and now we have Orient. I did not watch this. It's kind of like a shonen type of anime where just dudes fight demons. I just like wasn't really interested. Like the first few episodes did have promise. It's like there's like a whole cast, so it's like a fantasy cool adventure show where like there was probably like some cool action, cool characters, but I wasn't really interested. So yeah, Orient, two dudes fighting demons with their like kind of samurai sword techniques and sight. Okay, and now we have Tokyo 24th Ward. I'll put this as A tier. I kind of like what I saw of this anime. It's not actually finished yet either. There's supposed to be 13 episodes, but there's like been some delays, so it's also made by Cloverworks, who did My Dress Up Darling and Akebi-chan. So yeah, Cloverworks worked on like 3 animes this season, and they're all like pretty solid quality. But damn, hopefully their staff is chilling and not being overworked. So the story's kind of cool. The characters are interesting, and it's kind of like a cool like super powered like hero type of show. Now we have Rule of the Rose King. Yeah, what is this anime? I did not watch this, but apparently it's about like the that war in like 1500s Britain or something with like one of the kings. It was like King Henry or some shit. I don't know. All right, now we have Slow Loop. I also did not watch this, but it's like a solid slice of life. Like there were other slice of lives to keep up on, and this one was like whatever. But the concept was okay. It's solid. It's like these two girls are kind of fishing in the countryside, so it's like a slice of life about little girls fishing. All right, now we have Ryman's Club. This is a sports anime of like badminton. And it's about a guy who's like kind of washed up. So sports anime. I didn't watch it, but maybe it's okay. Now we have Doll's Frontline. Yeah, this is definitely the first anime that's gonna be a D tier, unfortunately. We got cute girls with guns fighting in some war. But yeah, like the story did not matter, characters generic, just like boring, fan service was whatever. So yeah, I have to put this in D tier. And now we got Police in a Pod, which I really liked it, so I'll put us A tier. Really good slice of life show. I talked about it a lot, so yeah, just like explores real life situations. The characters are cool. Kawaii and Fuji are like really solid main characters, so yeah, I gotta put this as A tier. Don't sleep on this one actually. Like I recommend this to everyone. We also got Kuruitsu-san from the Monster Development Department. I like this anime. I'll put it as A tier. I know not a lot of people know about it or watched it, but it's really good. The story's funny. It just like talks about like a real life situation, just like overworking in a company, having to deal with a lot of stuff like getting approvals and everything. So the company creates monsters, so it's like an evil company. And then the monsters fight the heroes. And now we have Tribe 9. We'll put this as C tier. I didn't like it that much, but it was like kind of like a sports anime on crack. Because it was like a futuristic world where all the problems are solved through like baseball, which is like cyberpunk baseball, where they have like magic plasma bats and like dudes in mechas throwing baseballs. All right, and now we have Q. I'll put this as B tier. I kind of liked it. I love like cute anime girls. This was kind of like an ad for their mobile game, which like is talking about voice acting, teaches you how to like voice act, I guess. And then here we just like get an anime where there's like 16 female main characters are girls that are in this like voice acting studio. Some of the groups of girls like they go on like real professional jobs. So there's like a lot going for it. I don't think it's finished either cuz it's going to have two cores. Now we have World's End Harem. Of course, we got to put this here somewhere. I'll put it as D tier. It was so shit. I really love kind of harem shows, ecchi shows, whatever. Give me the titties. But damn, this story was so bad. It just like it took itself way too seriously for like something that was supposed to be kind of lighthearted and like harem hijinks. But yeah, it's whatever. I guess the purple haired girl was hot, and then there were a bunch of other hot girls doing their thing. But damn, this story sucked. But yeah, if you want some trash ecchi show where like uncensored titties are there, yeah, this might be one for you. Also, we got like some two cores from last season. The ones I watched, Osama Ranking. I'll put it as S tier. The Adventures of Boji just like felt really good, really wholesome. A lot of stuff going for it, really long and really solid story. And we also got Platinum End, which I shall put as B tier. It had its moments. Like I saw the whole anime and I kind of regret watching it. I was like, ugh. But yeah, the concept was okay for a survival show. The music was good. There were some suspenseful moments. So yeah, the second half we had was okay. It went hard a little bit. So I'll put it as B tier to kind of balance out its positives and negatives. And yeah, I think that's it for the tier list. We finally did it. There was like 30 plus animes. I did not finish watching all of them. And yeah, there's definitely some I missed. So yeah, let me know if I missed your favorite shows. And yeah, with that being over, thank you for watching. Winter 2022 is over. The big shonens we had, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, definitely went hard. And then there were a lot of cool fantasy shows, as well as My Dress Up Darling, wrapping up the main headlines. So, yeah, with that being done, I guess I'm gonna forget all the other shows and get hyped for spring 2022. We got Shield Hero season 2 finally after like a couple years. We got Kaguya-sama. So, yeah, more kind of wrap ups. Will they get together in this season? Season 3? Probably not. And then there's also Spy Family, which is like another cute new show. And also one of my favorite Yuri animes gets like a season 2, The Demon Girl Next Door. So hype for those next season. But yeah, this season pretty solid. Definitely top heavy. A lot of shows are forgettable. But yeah, this is why we watch anime, to get entertained.